Every great story starts with the rush of thrilling gaming action. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Getaways for some well-deserved me time. And rewards worth bragging about. If it's a story worth telling, it starts at La Berge Baton Rouge. What's your story?
Your favorite season is back, and now's the time you can score savings at the Team Automotive Group. You can sell your vehicle to us, and we'll pay you top value. Or buy here and get a 90-day warranty on the purchase of a pre-owned vehicle. Score VIP service and save at every location of the Team Automotive Group.
Visit Treads & Care Tire Company's new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for over 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair and top-notch customer service.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Welcome as we start the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Bug Show. You the man, Marty. You the man, brother. That's why you wait. Here's hoping all is well with you and yours and your little slice of South Louisiana heaven. Since the last opportunity we had to spend a little time with you and yours, we start today's show as we typically do with Louisiana news, and one of those stories that leaves you scratching your head. You all are painfully aware, I'm sure by now, of the crime problem and the illegal drug problem all across Louisiana. This particular story comes out of the capital city of Baton Rouge from the BR Proud website, that is the NBC affiliate, NBC 33 in Baton Rouge. On the first day of last month, October, the EBR Sheriff's Office received a tip about two people that might be dealing fentanyl and methamphetamines. So after receiving the tip, they conducted some undercover buys of illegal drugs from two individuals. Kayla Poche, 29 years of age, of Baton Rouge, and William Chisholm, 30 years old, of Baton Rouge. After receiving the tip and conducting the undercover buy of these illegal narcotics, they ended up arresting these two individuals. After the arrest, taken into custody, a search was conducted of their home. 7.8 grams of crystal meth, 20.8 grams of fentanyl, 6.9 grams of marijuana, 4 digital scales, and a Ruger .380 caliber pistol. When questioned about their alleged involvement with narcotics, Chisholm admitted to selling drugs. Poche confessed that she owned the gun and some of the crystal meth. Here's what's perplexing about this. The story says, due to this being an ongoing investigation, both were released from custody. But it gets worse. Days later, after releasing these two, law enforcement receives another tip about these same two people selling more drugs out of the same house. So 3 days after the second tip and the initial arrest occurred, in a traffic stop, the 30-year-old Chisholm is arrested again. Law enforcement goes to the home where they found the drugs the first time, and guess what they found? Yeah, more drugs and another weapon. Caleb Poche is charged with illegal carrying of weapons in the presence of a controlled dangerous substance, possession of Schedule II drugs. William Chisholm, meanwhile, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of marijuana, possession and distribution and manufacturing of Schedule II drugs, and a warrant and bench warrant. What is so troubling about this is that law enforcement did its job. They got a tip, they investigated it, went undercover, made the drug buys, found out the drugs were there, raided the home, found the contraband, but according to the story, because it was an ongoing investigation, the two were released from custody. And as the case is so many times, they didn't learn a thing. 3 weeks later, there's another tip. You know they're selling drugs out of this house over here. Same two people, 3 weeks later, with another gun and more drugs. What is missing from the story is who the judge was in this case. I understand full well ongoing investigations. I get that. But to release individuals that are dealing in deadly narcotics, fentanyl, because it's an ongoing investigation, does not serve the public interest. We're going to keep an eye on this story as it unfolds, because there's something here that isn't adding up. And at the end of the day, I think we all know we encounter all sorts of things on a regular basis that don't add up. But in this particular instance, we're talking about individuals dealing in narcotics that could very well have deadly consequences. In other Louisiana news, at some point you have to ask yourself, why don't these people get it? Let me preface this by saying, I was a victim of hazing, okay? When I marched in the band at Southern University, it was common practice to, nowadays they would say, abuse the crabs. Freshmen were called crabs, okay? You were a crab until you became an upperclassman, sophomore, junior, senior. We would regularly be thrown in Kernan Lake, that's the lake on campus. We would regularly be dragged through the mud. But back then, that was just a part of making the band. You know, that's what they did. That's what you did if you wanted to march. Well, as you well know now, it's a different day, y'all. They don't play that now. You can decide on your own whether, well, Clarence, that's just because the kids have gotten soft these days, and, you know, it's just because everybody's so sensitive. Whatever you want to apply it to, I'll leave that to you. But the fact of the matter is, it's no longer tolerated. It's like watching a football game now, particularly in college ball, because I don't watch the NFL anymore. Take a knee. It's like watching a game where a guy goes to make a tackle, and the first thing he does is lower his head to hit the opponent. Now, with concussions, concussion protocol, what's the official term for it now? Targeting. Why are you still doing this? It's obvious. They are legislating this out of the game. There have been too many injuries, head injuries, neck injuries. So when you go to make the tackle, keep your stupid head up. You don't have to be Einstein to figure this out. So last week at Lutcher Middle School, 3 football players arrested, coach fired for, guess what? Hazing. Now, the coach and the parents of the 3 that were arrested and subsequently expelled said, no, it wasn't no hazing involved. It was just locker room horseplay. That may well be the case. I wasn't there. I don't know. But the coach should have, and I know it's not common anymore, but you would think the coach would have enough common sense to say, oh, it's a different day. Society now frowns upon this. And if it happens and word gets out, it's going to be hell to pay. Locker room horseplay, maybe. Society frowning upon it, definitely. In raising my daughter, I taught her early in life, if you don't put yourself in certain situations, you don't have to worry about living to regret it. It's a different day, y'all. And this stuff is frowned upon by society. I don't know what it's going to take to get the message out. Maybe it's going to take a few more cases like this. But in the meantime, it's the kids that end up suffering. Just an observation. First break of today's show. It is Tuesday. Coming back, it's the second segment, so you know what that means, right? Yep. It is time for another edition of Now That's Just Stupid. That's next when we continue today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing.
You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
The 2022 Mazda CX-5 with iActive all-wheel drive and available turbo engine. It truly ignites the senses.
Save on your new CX-5 right now during the season of discovery at Team Mazda.
Hi, gang. Clarence Bugs here, inviting you to come by Old School Barbecue, 10655 Coursey Boulevard, where we tape the show live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11 o'clock. Come by and feast on news, sports, current events, love of God and country, and lots of common sense, along with some of the best barbecue anywhere on the planet. 10655 Coursey Boulevard, Old School Barbecue, home of the Clarence Bugs Show.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Welcome back to the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Bugs Show. It is the time that we dedicate to the ever-increasing level of stupidity in our country. You've seen it. You've witnessed it. We have gone from normal, ordinary, everyday STUPID to a level of stupid that requires a new word with its own spelling. Hence, the graphic shows you STOOPID, as in, now that's just stupid. We start, surprise, surprise, in the windy city of Chicago. Just this morning. It's amazing. Who is it? Hannibal from the A-Team. I love it when a plan comes together. Just this morning, I'm glancing at one of the monitors here at Old School Barbecue, and it's on a news channel. And the headline comes up, and I'll paraphrase: Democrats accuse GOP of misinformation regarding crime. Saying, in essence, that you can't believe your lying eyes. Crime is not that bad in America, and it's certainly not getting any worse. Well, last night was Halloween. And in the windy city of Chicago, on a Monday night, lots of folks out celebrating Halloween. And you know where this is going, right? You already know where this is going. A drive-by occurs in the Garfield Park neighborhood. 15 people shot. 3 of them juveniles. A 3-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 13-year-old. Law enforcement says that there were 2 shooters that they know of in particular, and it could possibly be a third involved. On a Monday night, with all these kids out, you engage in indiscriminate gunfire. 15 people shot, 3 of them juveniles. And all they're doing is minding their own business, trying to get some candy, enjoy Halloween. But the Democrats will have you believe the GOP is trying to pull the wool over people's eyes about crime. You know what would be interesting? If the same people that said that were to go to Chicago and ask the people who live there, how bad is crime? If they were to go to Seattle, Portland, Oakland, LA, San Francisco, Kansas City, St. Louis, Baton Rouge, Houston, Birmingham, Chicago, Detroit, New York, Tampa, and the list goes on and on and on, and ask the people who live there every single day, the people who at night, after paying rent for some place to live, have their children sleep on the floor so that when the gunfire comes through the windows and the walls, their kids will be safe. And these are the people you vote for. Totally and completely out of touch. And you know, it's understandable to a degree. These people are what I call bubble people. They get in their little insulated bubble, people that only think the way they do, only say what they want to hear, and they think the whole world or the whole country is that way. Get out your bubble and go talk to the people who live this, and maybe you'll get a different opinion. So from Chicago, let's head all the way to the left coast. Have you been keeping up with this story about Nancy Pelosi's husband being assaulted by a, wait for it, MAGA person? This is so obvious. It is so obvious, it's embarrassing. What? You couldn't find 2 Nigerian bodybuilders to put MAGA hats on? Oh, wait, that's right. Juicy Smollett screwed that up already. You couldn't find 2 Nigerian bodybuilders and some old MAGA hats to use? Well, now we find out that the guy arrested, well, first there's the phone call to the dispatcher where Paul Pelosi says, there's a guy here in the house and he won't leave, he's waiting on my wife. His name is David, and he's a friend. Oh, so now Paul Pelosi is hanging out with MAGA people? He's a friend. Called him by name. Oh, but it gets better. It gets much better. The mainstream media, oh my God, they couldn't wait to take this story and run with, you see those evil MAGA conservatives? You see, she's third in line to be the leader of the free world. Well, first of all, living in a $6 million mansion, your wife is third in line to be the leader of the free world, and there's no security? No security. Oh, but it gets even better. It gets even better. The real news outlets, when they got this clown's name, decided, well, let's do some digging. Let's engage in some real journalism. Since all these other outlets are saying, oh, this guy's a MAGA guy. Come to find out, dude, number one, is an illegal immigrant. You heard me right. From Canada, of all places. Got a visa. Visa expired. He said, oh, what the hell? I like San Francisco. I think I'll stay here. I mean, after all, it is a sanctuary city. So they found out where dude had been living. What did they see in the front yard of the house where dude was living? A rainbow-colored American flag with marijuana leaves on it. So wait. Hold up. Let me get this straight. An LGBTQ flag with marijuana leaves on it. That sounds pretty MAGA to me. Yeah. Oh, and I almost forgot. In the house where dude's been living, there was a hand-drawn, wait for it, Black Lives Matter poster in the front window. Sounds pretty MAGA to me. They couldn't wait to run with the, you see, look at them evil conservatives. You see, look how violent they are. Them MAGA folks. They couldn't wait to run with the story. Didn't think for 1 second that even a smidgen of the truth would come out. And of course, while they are so busy blaming conservatives, how ironic is it that, week and a half ago, Nancy Pelosi announced for all the world to see, if Donald Trump comes to D.C. for the January 6th hearings, I will gladly go to jail because I'm going to punch him upside his head. This is the same woman, y'all, who adorned herself in kente cloth. White people, that's black African traditional garb. Took a knee in a photo op and couldn't get up. You know how when you're watching a football game and there's an injury on the field, when the guy gets smoked and you see his teammates look to the sideline and do this? That's what happened with Nancy Pelosi when she took a knee and couldn't get up. But she's going to punch Donald J. Trump in the side of the head and gladly go to jail. You can't make this stuff up. Yeah, you can. Well, yeah, you can, but you weren't supposed to catch that, Marty. You can't make this stuff up. But what you can do is look at it and say, you know what? That's just stupid. Bottom of the hour break. We'll get it done, come back and talk more with you, right where you've got it, on today's edition of the Clarence Bugg Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
Your favorite season is back, and now's the time you can score savings at the Team Automotive Group. You can sell your vehicle to us, and we'll pay you top value. Or buy here and get a 90-day warranty on the purchase of a pre-owned vehicle. Score VIP service and save at every location of the Team Automotive Group.
Hi, I'm Katie, Operation Manager here at Old School Barbecue. We're excited about all of the changes here at Old School, and we'd like to invite everyone to come out and enjoy some delicious barbecue at Old School prices. We feature brisket, chicken, ribs, sausage, and the Boss Hog pulled pork sandwich voted best deal in town. We also have live music Friday and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. 10655 Coursey Boulevard. We can't wait to see you.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Caught spiders. Premier Pest Services.
Welcome back to the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Bug Show. You know, I guess it says something about the human experience, how we get used to certain things. As distasteful as they may be, as insane as they may be, as horrific as they may be, if you see these things over and over and over and over again, you, I'm sad to say, become accustomed to it. And after a while, it loses its value. For example, we have been now for going on 2 years witnessing the mental decline of the leader of the free world. If you have not seen this, it should tell you something about where you get your news from, or it should tell the rest of us that you are willingly closing your eyes. Have you noticed here recently, Joe Biden is not out on the campaign trail, even though Democrats are panicking in advance of the midterms. So what have they done? Well, they trot out Barack Obama to try and energize the base. We have watched in recent memory the leader of the free world say and do things that a normal, rational, mentally functioning individual would not do. It is happening so frequently now that, quite honestly, it's scary. For a guy to be in the position that he's in, and on any given day, at any given moment, old Joe might say or do anything. For example, a few days ago, Joe Biden is delivering an address, and we're still trying to figure out, does Joe Biden actually believe the stuff that he's saying? Or is he simply saying it because someone told him to say it? For example, quote, today, the most common price of gas in America is $3.39. That's down from over $5 when I took office. Excuse me? Excuse me? Did you just say the average price of gas in America today is $3.39? That's down from over $5 a gallon when I came into office. Let me help you out, Joe. Let me help you out, bruh. I don't know if he truly believes this or if his mental capacity is such that, well, they told me, so that's what I repeated. Of course, this is the same guy that says, you want to save $800 on gas a year, buy an electric vehicle. So let me get this straight. You want me to spend $60,000 to save $800 a year? That's how the liberal mind works. But now, let's go back to the meat of the matter here. When Joe Biden took office, the average price for a gallon of gas, according to the United States Energy Information Administration, $2.37. When he took office, gas was $2.37 a gallon, regular. Is that what you pay when you go to the pump now? You don't have to answer. We already know. It was $2.37 according to the government. But Joe says, oh, it was above $5. He says today, the average gas price is $3.37. No, it's not. It's $3.79, bruh. You see the disconnect in here? Now, let's say, for the sake of the conversation, Joe Biden's mental capacity is such that he'll believe anything you tell him. He'll believe anything you tell him. So, whomever it is that's telling him this stuff, what are they thinking? Are they thinking that you, the American public, you're so freaking stupid, if Joe says it, you'll believe it? Is that what's going on here? Not long before that. And here's why I tend to think this is not necessarily, although it could have been in this instance, someone feeding Joe Biden this malarkey. God, please bless me to when I get to be his age, my mental faculties do not decline to this point. Joe Biden claimed a couple weeks ago that his son Beau lost his life fighting for the military in Iraq. No, Mr. President, your son did fight in Iraq, but he died here from cancer. Now you would think, and I will be the first to acknowledge, when your mental faculties are not what they should be, you have a propensity to say and or do all sorts of stuff. Those of us who have seen a family member deal with dementia and Alzheimer's, we know what it's like. But you would like to think that something as devastating, as important, as monumental in your life as a parent losing a child, you would remember what the cause was. The implications here are frightening. If you can't remember when your own child died and what they died from, you are the last person on the planet that I want in charge as commander-in-chief of my son or daughter serving in the military. This is scary stuff, y'all. When the leader of the free world on any given day, at any given moment, might say or do anything. That's scary, y'all. I don't know what's more scary. The fact that he is in the state that he's in, or the fact that the Democrats, a little over a week ago, sent him to campaign with John Fetterman. Can you see those two on stage together? Now listen, y'all. I've had a family member, close family member, deal with dementia. So I'm not making light of it. But these two, Fetterman and Biden, if you bought a ticket to that rally, if it was free for you to go to that rally, and you come away still thinking either of these two individuals would be good for the country, you, my friend, are the problem. Well, that too. We can't say retarded anymore. You get canceled if I say if you vote for Fetterman or Biden, you retarded. We can't say that anymore, Marty. But thanks for the reminder. Final break of today's show. We'll get her done, put that big old pretty bow on his puppy, and wrap up today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Hello, everybody. Good night, y'all. John Fetterman of today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Stay close.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
Every great story starts with the rush of thrilling gaming action. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Getaways for some well-deserved me time. And rewards worth bragging about. If it's a story worth telling, it starts at La Berge Baton Rouge. What's your story?
Treads & Care Tire Company announces its new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair with top-notch customer service. Treads & Care offers the convenience of shuttle service and pickup and delivery of your vehicle. You can also enjoy the comfortable customer area, complete with workstations, high-speed internet, and a complimentary coffee bar.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
Treads & Care, the tires you need and the service you want.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystonecountryClub.com.
Tremonti's has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tailgating and home gating platters. Huge wine and liquor selection. Beer and all the spices you need. Chairman Reserve and Wagyu meats. Ribeye rolls, shrimp rolls, kebabs. 20 flavors of sausage for the grill. Daily lunch specials and game processing. On-site catering also available. Good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremonti's.com.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready. And health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Welcome back to the final segment of the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Bug Show. You know, with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recently voting 15-0 to add the COVID-19 shot, the jab, if you will, to the recommended vaccination schedule for children. A lot of you are going to be worried and wondering, should I let my child get this shot? Social media and the mainstream media has gone out of their way to hide the truth from you, to the point where social media won't even let you talk about it. I ran across this story on the website The American Thinker. It's written by Deanne Waldman, medical doctor, entitled, Biden Puts U.S. Children at Grave Medical Risk. I don't think I have time to share all of it with you, so I'll give you what I can, time permitting. It reads as follows. As a pediatrician and cardiologist for nearly 50 years, I cannot remain silent while President Biden, an unlicensed, untrained, wannabe physician, practices bad medicine on our nation's children. Following the CDC's unwarranted revisions of the vaccination schedule for children, Biden urged all Americans to get their children vaccinated and boosted against COVID. These mRNA injections, the jab, are neither safe nor effective, and they are certainly unnecessary in healthy babies, children, and young adults. To most physicians, the CDC's recommended routine vaccination schedule has been the gold standard. After all, the CDC has access to reams of medical data and employs tens of thousands of analysts to review outcomes and data. Clinical physicians don't have time to review all this information themselves. We must rely on the CDC to provide a vaccination schedule for children and adults that is proven by hard evidence to be safe and effective against deadly infectious diseases. The CDC is purportedly a non-political agency driven solely by medical considerations with no political agenda, or so we thought. Most clinicians believed this, at least until COVID. The evidence slowly came out that the CDC withheld, manipulated, distorted, and outright lied about the medical data. They gaslighted the public in order to support the official Washington narrative. The CDC changed definitions in order to justify mandates to mask up and lock down and take the jab. They banned, canceled, and censored any reports that questioned the medical necessity of their quasi-martial law in the name of public health. As just exposed by Joseph Mercola, neither Pfizer nor Moderna did the testing necessary to confirm that the jab would prevent the spread of COVID. The CDC and FDA knew this, even as they told Americans it was their civic duty to protect others from contagion by getting the jab. Biden and the CDC knew that the mRNA vaccine was a fraud and it did not stop the viral spread. A purely medical advisory agency has been corrupted into a political tool of the Biden administration. Recently, a 15-person CDC panel called the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices voted unanimously without public comment or dissenting medical opinions to add mRNA vaccinations to the schedule, beginning with children as young as 6 months old. Apparently, these folks never read or chose to ignore reports by Doctors Paul Alexander, Christy Clark, Charles Kim, Jennifer Margolis, Joseph Mercola, Jack Phillips, and a host of other medical professionals. Trust in the CDC was crumbling before now. It has now arrived at a point where it has bottomed out at the bottom. I'm running out of time. Let me skip to the end. In an attempt to avoid accountability for unpopular mandates based on revised vaccination scheduling, a CDC spokesperson, lamely declared, "This decision does not alter official policy." Yeah, right. Wink, wink. The hidden but very real peril related to the new CDC schedule is that school districts might require a vaccine card before allowing in-person education. Noting the danger to Florida's school-age and younger population, Governor DeSantis immediately responded saying, "As long as I'm kicking and screaming, there will be no COVID mandates for kids." With just a modicum of common sense, y'all, ask yourself why they are so hell-bent on putting something in the body of a child that if he gets COVID, in all likelihood, won't ever know he had it. And if he gets it, in all likelihood, over 99% chance, they'll get over it. And yet, they want to stick this crap in every living human being on the planet. But only if you let them. Hashtag purebloods. And damn proud of it. My time's up, y'all. And I gotta go. Again, read this in its entirety. This is not from some panel at Twitter, not from some idiot on Facebook, not from some idiot on ABC, NBC, or my favorite, CBS. You'll get that one later. The American thinker. Become one. This day, just like any other, I give it to you. You know what? You're right. America, we're not perfect. But for this old boy's money, it's the best there is. And God knows there's no place else on his green earth that I'd rather be. Speaking of the good Lord, you realize he loves you, right? And I hope you know that I do too. Then again, there ain't a doggone thing you can do about either one. Take care of yourselves. Let's take care of each other. We'll see you soon. God bless.